Okay. Okay, there it is. And yes, we are in fact doing that Transformer game. Gotta do it at some point.
Hello, world.
Hello.
As usual, checking my levels. How do I sound?
Try speaking again?
I guess that sounded a little light. Hold on.
Oh, no. I was just checking your, actually you might be a little bit loud, if anything.
Think I'm a little loud?
Yeah. Because I'm looking at my level and you're going, when you speak, you're going just a little bit into the red.
Oh, wow. Okay. I'm not feeding back, am I?
I mean, we're hearing your cat a little bit, but
Oh well, I can't do anything about that.
yeah. But I mean, that's fine. I am actually, now that speaking a little bit more, I think I'm getting just a smidge of feedback.
Yeah. All right, I'll lower the gain on my end.
Okay.
Okay, is that better?
That seems like it's about the same, but that should be fine. I can just do this.
Oh yeah, I just saw that. Okay. Dum-de-dum.
Hey, Iggy.
Okay, gain is a lot lowered. How's that?
That's perfect where we're at.
Okay, good. It was fun watching you do Mansion of Souls last night.
Yeah, that was an experience.
I missed the end of Maniac Mansion. Did you guys beat it?
Yeah, we did.
I thought so.
Yeah, it took like 10 minutes for the doorbell to ring after we sent the tape out, but
Yeah, the timers are very generous, which is both good and bad.
yeah, the blindingly red carpet in that one game.
Well, seeing it on a modern CRT is way different from playing it like on our blurry LCD.
Oh yeah, I'm sure that there was something that with dithering, like the dithering of a CRT, that it wouldn't look quite as ass.
But yeah, the big failing of that game is then this guy shows up and gives you a big speech, and his audio is so badly mixed we have no idea what he's saying.
Yep. And this is pre-idea of subtitles, so...
Right. And also, the audio mixing and everything else is fine. Why is it just that one guy?
I don't know.
Wow, today's gonna be fun.
Yep.
Here for that good Spelunker content.
Yep. Had to get to this at some point. Yes. Oh, yeah, I mean, I'm gonna do Day of the Tentacles definitely in the, it's definitely eligible.
Isn't that a little, like, talky for your show?
Eh. We did Phantasmagoria, which is plenty talky, among other things.
Well, that's true.
Yeah, and I mean, I think pretty much any of like the LucasArts games, adventure games are, eligible. I mean, to be fair also, Iggy, that's probably the version I'd do anyway, because it's the version that I could probably get away without paying any money for.
Shadow Man for N64?
Yeah, man, it's really... I mean, there's a whole lot of tracks in 1001 Spec. Let's just put on this. this wonderful game. Alright, it's because it's Discord, I gotta put the HTTP in front of it. Oh, not like that. And I wish this soundtrack wasn't associated with this game. Hey, Tyrion.
The good thing about music is that you can listen to it and not have to play the game that it comes from.
Yeah, especially this one.
Yeah.
Well, when we get into that, there are things that I am not super a fan of in that, but that actually has very little to do with the game itself. But anyway, let's go ahead and start. Okay, so let's turn that off and go here. Alright, so hello and welcome to a Saturday edition of Retro Rank Rhapsody. So technically this theme has something to do with October and the fact that we're taking a look at games involving death a lot, particularly us dying. It's kind of a series of games, well, not a series, but there is a few games that I feel at some point I had to take a look at, and I guess there's no time like the present, but also this gives me a chance to take a look at kind of a sort of modern genre that kind of is itself associated with retro games, but when we get to those, we'll get to those. And that's the massacre genre, which is those kind of platformer games in which they're basically designed to kill you. You might have heard of things like Super Meat Boy and I Want to Be the Guy. That Cyberpunk action game, which I would have taken a look at if getting a browser game to work in this thing wouldn't be a nightmare. But yeah, that genre of game. And those kind of games kind of have their roots in older games. So let's go ahead and take a look at some of those early ones, as well as actually some, well, modern ones, because some of these games came out actually this year. And they're on eligible platforms, but we'll get to those later on. First off, we need to talk about a particular game that has a really weird history. So let's go ahead and get this started. So, hopefully this isn't going to be too loud. So we're starting off with a Commodore 64 game. Apologies for the flashing. Loads.
I don't think I've ever seen the Commodore 64 version of this game.
Yeah, I've seen it a little bit, but yeah, it's. I don't think it's the. I think the first one was an Apple II game. But yes, this is Spelunker. Oop, that's not what I meant to do. Okay, so I'm just gonna. We can skip this because it's a bunch of, nonsense that I can just explain in game. Okay. We are going to disable the fast loader because that seems to break things, and we're just going to do no trainers because I don't think we'll need it. Because, spoiler, this is not the version that we're going to be focusing on. I just kind of need to show this version off. But yes. This is a Broderbund game. Atari 8-bit, that's what it is. So yeah, Spelunker. Designed by Tim Martin. A micrographic image. 1984. Okay, so here's the high scores. Let's go and start. Now entering the elevator. Okay, so Spelunker is a side-scrolling platform game that, basically you are, in fact, a Spelunker. And you have a limited limited error supply, which is that meter at the bottom. Also... Oh, I'm surprised I didn't die there. So... Let's see, what is it? Oh, I bet you I am gonna have to use a keyboard. Oop. Or am I? Oh, wrong button. Yeah, that. Oh, I'm surprised I lived. Okay, what the? Oh, there we go. Okay. Oh, come on. We're picking up a bunch of assortment of things. So the dynamite that you will come across very big rocks in which you use the dynamite to destroy. So kind of the main thing that people remember about this game. Whoop. Is it up or? Oh, I just have to space. So yeah, occasionally ghosts will come out, and you have to use the ghost gun. Yes, it is in fact slightly spooky. Oh, there's another one. Oop. There we go. Oh, we're about out of here. Oh. Well. Okay, so the thing that is kind of infamous about this game is, the concept, like a lot of old platformers, basically, if you fell a certain distance, you would die. Like a really short distance. This game kind of takes that concept to a new extreme. Like, it would just straight up kill you in midair. If you fall a certain distance. Yeah.
I think that's to keep you from exploring the map by jumping down a pit.
Yeah, that seems like it's probably what that's here for. Whoop. Then that happens. And then that happens. Okay, so... Whoop. And, yeah, that...
That's weird. That's the Atari font.
I guess that's what they did. Alright, so that is the Commodore 60 version, or Commodore 64 version of that game. The thing is about that version, that is not the version that people kind of remember for that game, because there's kind of a weird trend of games, or of Western computer games being ported over to Japan via the Famicom, and that they get hugely popular, even though their original forms are kind of not even that well known. Like, Spelunker as a computer game was probably popular at the time, but it never really was a thing outside of, you know, people who remembered that era. Same thing kind of like if you think about Wizardry, how basically it was kind of a staple of the time, but then it got hugely popular in Japan with a whole bunch of other things. Lode Runner is also kind of another game like that. Well, Spelunker was one of those. Namely due to this port. They probably did. So yes, this is the Famicom port of Spelunker, and this was done by Irem. So, yeah. Also, the thing about this version is it has the song.
Yes.
One of the best video game tracks of all time.
This... Yes.
That's the thing about games like this where you die all the time. At the very least, you have a kick-ass tune to go with it.
It is like this song, and like... You usually hear this song in the form of a, hey, this game's gonna kinda suck. Like, the fact that it was used in Cyberpunk Action, as well as the, one of the stage theme from the Cheetah Men, of one of the games from the Action 52.
Well, the graphics are already much nicer.
They are. Also, it plays a lot better, too.
Yeah, I imagine the controls are a lot tighter. Well, you've got a multi-button controller now.
Yep.
The big trade-off I see immediately is that you do have less lives, though.
No, well, yeah. We do.
And you also have a smaller field of vision.
That is true, but usually it doesn't really screw you over that bad. Oh, yes, you do. You see kind of an arrow going across the screen where it says min and max. That is our supply.
The bats.
The bats.
Yep. Also, I see what you're doing there. Oh!
So, does the game make you jump as soon as you press the button?
What do you mean?
So when you... Alright, so in an old school platform... Sorry, the platformers most people are used to, as soon as you press the button, the character jumps.
Yes, it does do that in this one.
In the older school 8-bit games, you'd hold the button and it would wait until you jerked the joystick for you to make it. For you
Nope,
to jump.
it is the moment you hit contact, or the moment you press it. Also, one thing I didn't show off is if you take a look at the top left, you can't really see it because the elevator's kind of obscuring it, but we have what looks kind of like almost like a skein of string or something like that, with the 4 next to it. Those are flares.
Yeah.
I think
It doesn't last long at all.
No, it doesn't. It lasts exactly as long as it is on screen.
Also, very not shocking, but if you touch it, it kills you.
Oh, yeah. No. Longer than here. Yep.
Yes, that is a problem with the precision jumping.
Yeah, you have to jump to everything. It's very little you can just kind of walk off. Also, because if you walk off anything, you just immediately drop. Like, you have no air momentum. Oh, damn it. Oh.
Yeah, you can't walk across those rails, right?
I don't think it actually you can. I think you always have to be in the cart. Like, I don't think there's a... Well, let's see. It's fine. Yeah, there isn't... Like, I can't even do it. Oh, here. Go.
Nice.
Okay.
I should say right now, like, it was an ironic thing before, but I actually genuinely kind of enjoyed this game. I get a real kick out of it.
Yeah, there's actually something, like, really satisfying about this game.
Yeah,
I mean,
I don't know why people give it such a bum rap.
It's just, I think it's just the fact that you can die at, like, the drop of a hat.
Yeah,
Also,
true in all
to
these
be
games.
to be fair, it actually is not a good game.
Oh no, it's not a... I would not
yeah.
call this a good game. I would call it an enjoyable game.
Yes.
Okay, so it's enjoyable, but not good.
Right. It is a
So
game
you're
that...
having, like, fake fun?
Well, it's not enjoyable in the way they probably intended it to.
Yeah.
It's almost... It's like... It almost turns it into, like, this weird, like, puzzle of, like, okay... Trying to think of how to describe it. Oh, God damn it. Like, it's kind of like one of those games in which you die repeatedly, but it just becomes somewhat amusing every time you die, because it's like, okay, how can this game screw me over again? Although this game is actually relatively fair.
Yeah, I mean, like, I'm comparing this to other Nintendo titles that don't get the same thing. Like, would you say that Contra or Mega Man are fun?
Yes.
Yeah.
Would you say, but so more fun than this game?
I would say yes, because those games don't have this game has kind of a level of jank to it, I should say. There's like, I would say, it's not so much that it's not, like, you can definitely have fun with it, but there is a noticeable level of jank with it. It's more the thing.
Okay. The controls are a little bit, because I'm thinking about, like, the random deaths and the memorization. Those are in a whole bunch of games.
It is, but it's also just kind of funny how so much can just kill you instantly.
Yeah, but so much can kill you instantly in a bunch of... I mean, that's why I said I'm a little confused. There's so many Nintendo games that are considered classics that just kill you instantly.
I guess just not to the, like, extent that, like, jumping that far in any other game will let you live.
Yeah, it's like, it's the thing of falling
also,
damage.
the flare will kill you too.
Yeah, that is funny that the flare will kill you. But it's a hang-up that if you can't fall an infinite distance, suddenly the game is completely, is oh my god, that's amazingly bad. It shows the mark Super Mario had, because you couldn't fall an infinite distance in Donkey Kong.
Yeah. I don't know what it is, really. It's just, for me, a kind of a guilty pleasure. Admittedly, as soon as I got my PS3, I bought the weird Spelunker HD version of it.
That is also the thing about this game, that it's like, oh hey, it's kind of this funny haha thing kind of thing, but they're still making Spelunker games. I mean, not...
Well, that's why I'm kind of taking issue with the idea that it's not fun. I mean, people wouldn't keep buying it thinking it wasn't fun.
I shouldn't say it's not fun, I should say that it is... You have to... Just trying to think of a way to describe it, but basically it is... There's a level of jank you have to kind of... If you can accept the jank, you will find it fun.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I can immediately see why this was hugely popular, because it's not a quarter muncher. It's not like ghouls and goblins that feels it has to kill you every 2 minutes. Or, God forbid, make you redo the whole game.
Oh yeah, because like this is much more enjoyable than say something like Ghosts and Goblins, where that just feels like that actually feels like not fair. Whereas this just feels like it's fair, but it's like there's a system to it.
Yeah, with enough persistence, you could beat this. It's not like Metroid, which is confusing.
I suppose, but yeah, this is much more linear.
You can't run him? No, I guess you can't.
Oh. Oh.
Yeah, that's jank right there. Okay.
Up.
I'll say, if you don't get far enough away from the bomb...
Yeah, because this does actually feel, like, relatively responsible. Or not responsible, responsive. I don't know what it is, because that's more of an annoyance than anything else.
Yeah, I think the moving ground was something that was easy to program.
That's probably it.
Yes, as Lolo said, they have made a Spelunker game as recent as, like, for the Switch.
Oh yeah, I have it actually for the Switch. And you can play with, yep, you can play with 4 people. Also, one thing that, also it's weird because Square Enix now has it. Also, there's a massive dress-up system in it. And I just want to show this picture real quick. Yeah, this is a Spelunker game. Yep. So yeah, I believe the company is it Tozai, I think, that owns like that, and also Load Runner in Japan.
Yeah, Tosei, I think.
Which is
or Tozai.
Which is a weird like offshoot, I think, of like Irem.
Just want to ride that cauldron, or you have to use some burst?
I'm trying to see. I can't remember if I missed something. Because we need to make sure that we pick up every key.
Well, yeah, that's why you need to ride the cauldron to get the red key.
Okay, yeah, I see it now. Okay. God damn it.
I'm honestly surprised that water doesn't kill you.
Yeah. Also reminds me, I was thinking of actually starting this up with doing Pitfall, because there's a whole bunch of games that I'm like, oh, I'm surprised that I haven't done that yet. Although Pitfall is not really one of these kind of games, that's just a platformer. Also, the other thing about those Spelunker games that's really weird, well, not weird, but it's not great about them, is the fact that they're stupidly expensive. Like, I want to say that one on the Switch is a full-price game.
I think I got Spelunker HD for about $10.
Yeah, Spelunker HD I know was relatively cheap. The Square Enix published ones, which is probably exactly why they're so expensive, are the ones that are stupidly yeah. Nope, okay, so that's what I kind of figured. Oh, damn it. Also, one thing about the composition that I found kind of interesting, because it's a fact that I found out relatively recently. So, apparently the person who actually composed this version of the soundtrack was one, let's see, Akito Nakatsuka, who was the person who he eventually worked at Nintendo and did some of their soundtracks, like, say, Punch-Out! In Zelda 2.
Ah!
Oh, damn it. Okay, I want to say there's one more segment.
Yeah, this isn't necessarily a long game.
Yeah, it is, because I remember seeing that is...
Yep.
Oh yeah, because I can see there's the end room right there. Anything? Actually, I'm gonna save that because I bet you I'm gonna have to backtrack.
So I extremely forget. This game eventually did lead to Derek use Spelunky, right?
I believe... No, I think that is actually a separate thing altogether. He might have gotten some inspiration from this, but... Yeah, Spelunky is a completely different thing. I would be highly surprised if this didn't have any inspiration on that, but... damn it.
Yeah, it plays nothing like Spelunky, but you can definitely kind of see the inspiration there.
Yeah. Yeah, Spelunky's an asshole for a completely different kind of thing. Which I'm still debating about whether or not that's eligible. I mean,
I would say maybe the freeware one would be.
Well, because the freeware one, I think that's too late to be... I might just say, hey, it's... You can definitely tell the influence from this and say, hey, this is eligible, but... Yeah.
No, I'd suggest you have way more games ahead of Spelunky.
Yeah.
Oh.
Like, does this game predate or postdate Super Pitfall?
I would say post-date.
I'm gonna take a look. Probably, yeah, I think you're right. Hey!
Or no, I think this predates it. Yeah, because they're...
Okay,
yeah, because
there's no excuse for Super Pitfall.
Oh yeah, Super Pitfall definitely counts.
No, I mean, there's no excuse for why Super Pitfall is so terrible when this is so much better.
Let's start on another adventure.
I like that I like that, Kate. Depending upon what frame you pause it in, it will determine whether or not what color this pause is. Okay, so here's the thing. Yeah, there are more loops. The thing is that after this loop, all the keys are invisible. So, yeah, and I think after that, the loop is just basically all the items are invincible too. They're invisible too. So yeah, it is basically, do you remember where they are? Yeah. Also, yeah, it's a second loop thing, so I wouldn't hold that against it.
Okay.
Because I don't think you don't earn anything else. It's just a, hey, here's an extra challenge.
Well, it's a score attack game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So.
Or as we used to call them, games.
Yeah.
Well, you see, you would have to take a picture of the TV and then, well, I guess Nintendo Power wasn't around back this time, but you could show off to your friends.
All right. So, let's rank it. Oh, also, I am on the wrong. Whoops. Oh, crap. We're getting a slight teaser of the new list. Whoops. Hold on. There we go. Okay, so this goes in tech list. Okay, so let's see. Scroll down a bit. Let's see. Because the game is definitely, like, I would not, because let's see. I would not say, I would probably say that I'd play it maybe above, like, I'm thinking maybe above Stargate.
You'd rather play Home Improvement.
That is exactly
Wait.
what I was going to say.
Oh, right. Let's see. Yeah, let me make sure I'm not missing anything. Yeah, how about in between Berserk and Forgotten Worlds?
That sounds more reasonable.
Yeah.
Spelunker, this is episode 183. This came out in 1984.
Yeah, I think the original was 83, but the NES is 84.
It's NES was 85.
85?
I think the Commodore 64 port said 84, but maybe the Atari 8-bit was 83. I'll just average them.
Wikipedia says 83.
Okay, then I'll say 83. Okay, let's just call this... I have Apple II.
Yeah, I think it actually launched on the Atari 8-bit. Let me check.
That's what... yeah.
I don't think it's actually... Yeah, it launched on the Atari 8-bit. I don't think there was ever an Apple port. Let me check.
Let's call this... You know, just to make... Let's just call it NES, just for giggles.
Yeah.
That's a version that people are going to probably play. You know, let's be honest.
Because you don't have a category for Atari 8-bit games?
No, I do not. Because I keep on forgetting that that computer exists. Let's call it a platformer.
Oh, well then we should probably list it as the 85 then, since you when you list the platform, you usually put the correct year.
Alright.
Like the year was on that platform.
What to call this?
Well, it's kind of cute.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, actually, we do have an Adventure Ho category, which this kind of fits.
Yeah, this is
treasure
definitely
hunting.
adventure.
It's definitely an adventure.
Let's call this... I'm going to call it Expert still, because it is kind of hard if you're not familiar with that kind of game.
It is a little unforgiving. So do we love or like the music?
We're going to love that music.
I love it.
Actually, you know what? Just for giggles.
So when we think the gameplay is too janky, we just put dislike gameplay, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think I mean, you only disliked the jank. You didn't hate it.
Oh no, I would not say it's hate. It is a slight annoyance, but also somewhat part of the charm. Which actually, I would say this game has a little bit of charm.
Yeah,
Okay.
for sure.
Yeah, I think despite the reputation of it being like incredibly difficult, as you mentioned, it's pretty fair.
Yeah. Because you can see everything coming, at least for the most part.
Yeah, and sometimes you can see where the keys are. Like often it'll show you an inaccessible thing, and then the next screen shows you how to get it. So that's part of the fun.
Yep.
And it's one of those games that you do like learn as you play. Like you definitely wouldn't finish this your first go around, but
I would say it is not like games we're going to be taking a look at later on.
No, the other games that you're going to look at are way more difficult.
Oh, like the next two games we're taking a look at. Okay, I think that's good for that.
yeah.
Okay. So yes, that is it for. I think that's good for Spelunker. So now comes another game that kind of just became notorious because of. This was a game that I remember seeing a lot on, like, hardest NES games and things like that. Because this game's a raging asshole. It is also another game in the pantheon of Transformers games that I really don't know anything about Transformers, so this really doesn't mean a whole lot to me. But yeah, it's also the kind of thing that to remember that technically, isn't Transformers technically a Japanese property?
Takara, I think.
In the way Robotech
Yeah.
is a Japanese property, yeah.
Yeah,
Or Mighty Morph. Would you call Mighty Morphin Power Rangers a Japanese property?
technically yes.
Yeah.
Okay, well then yes.
All right, but yes, this is. So in Japan it's Transformer Convoy no Nazo, which is in fact the Transformers the Mystery of Convoy. So this game basically is so the thing about this game and why it exists is actually apparently forgive me for spoiling a really old movie, but in the Transformers movie, after Optimus Prime and Megatron fight, Optimus Prime ends up dying. But then the next, because there was 2 seasons of the show, I believe, before that, and then when the 3rd season came around, it was it Rodimus Prime or Ultra Magnus? I think.
Rodimus Prime, I think, is next. I don't know when Ultra Magnus shows up.
Basically, he is handed whatever the hell the Matrix of Leadership is. You can tell I just read the Wikipedia article. And basically, season 3 is all about, like, oh, hey, let's figure... let's just go from there after the movie. The thing is that those 2 seasons and the movie did not show in Japan, but it started with season 3. So they were wondering, like, oh, what happened to Optimus Prime? That is apparently what this game's about. Also, it is great because this game is really shitty, like really bad. Let me just
Like that's a good sign right there. Sorry.
Well, let's just go ahead. Let's go run and I'm dead.
And that's exactly when you know to stop playing the game immediately.
Yeah. So our hitbox is our entire sprite. We move not great. Also, the one thing I will give about this Transformer game compared to the other one we played, one, you can die in the transforming phase, which is great. You have to hold down, and you can actually turn into a truck, still die, and you have a shot that shoots just up, and this arc shot that you only have one on screen, including the explosion. Also that. You have to hit those things at the exact right time, then they turn into things. At least when you shoot them, you can pass through them. Also, when you shoot those, they will turn into power-ups, which I don't know what this power-up does. Oh, we died. Yeah, it turns into Bad Moon Patrol, is what it does. God damn it. Also, enemies can shoot at any angle, practically. Especially the ones that you can't. Your shots have really weird hitboxes. This song's really annoying. Also, here is one of this game's great bosses. Which you do, in fact, have to hit just the glowy bit. There's your death animation.
Oh my god.
Wasn't this a Famicom?
Yes, it is. And it did not come out over here. Weird.
Yeah, this was about the time period, I think, when NES was getting a reputation for having garbage games.
Well, it's right when it came out, because this is 86. Oh, also what's great about these turrets is the fact that, well, no, not those aren't the enemies, but I'm thinking of. Also, you have really weird momentum on this. Ugh. Also, these enemies are the worst. Let's look at... So... They know to get right exactly where they will hit you by collision, but you cannot shoot them as... I don't know what this is.
Hey, if it was hard to code, it should be hard to play.
Sure. Okay, now there's two of them. Whatever the hell these things are. And now we have a vertically scrolling stage.
Nintendo can do both.
Which, by the way, renders our truck completely pointless.
What to ask, yeah. So there's no point in really transforming, is there?
Except for the only case is if there is an enemy directly above you, and you need to shoot them. Like this. Here, you just have to go do that, and then just shoot these two things, and then you can jump up. Oh.
Yeah, a lot of the older Game Center CX episodes were basically what kind of Kusoge could we get the Chief to play? And this would be one of them, yes.
Yeah, this is definitely one of the more famous ones.
Or Reno.
Also, we're fighting against the Decepticon logo?
He was given the option of playing either Spelunker or Quest of Key.
Oh, that's a...
Called him New Key.
That's mean. That game is an asshole.
That's not on our list today, is it?
No, we've already done that.
Oh wow. Okay.
I think that is at the bottom of the Dex list, except for Black Bass and Chiller. I think it's third. Oh, this.
Oh,
Wait.
that looks like a power-up you want.
Oh, except one. One slight problem.
Oh no!
Okay, there we go.
See, the transforming is useful.
It is, except when it takes the ability away real quickly. Oh, you. Oh, I probably just. There. Oh. Oh, it's... Okay, so if I hold down jump, that's what turns that on. Wait. Except for boss fights, this boss fight where it would have been really useful. There we go.
Yeah, I also have no idea anything about the Transformer, so I can't tell if he would have had projectiles either.
Well,
He looks like he has a gun? Yeah.
They didn't... A lot of them have guns.
Yeah.
I know Megatron was a gun.
Yeah, Megatron's a whole gun. But yeah, they all carry, like, guns and stuff and shoot lasers and crap.
Oh, I guess we're invincible now.
It's not a very deep show.
Now go figure, a show that's probably intended to sell toys to kids is not deep.
Yeah.
It's Megazord ass looking dude. There we go. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and say I think we've probably seen enough of this game. Because I
Let
think
me double check something real quick.
And then the rest of it's this goofy, like, jank NES music.
yeah. No, I want to say there's like 16 stages in this game. It's unfortunately long.
Oh.
Yeah. Also, there's a second loop too. I bet you this. This probably would have been. It would have been before 64K. So I bet you it probably was about 32K. Man, I could probably. Have to
looked it up. Sorry, I looked it up. Looks like there are. It says 10 stages, but it says as stage 6 was the reverse of stage 3. Stage 10 is the reverse of stage 8, so it's basically the same stage, but going the other way.
Okay.
Also, there is a good ending and a bad ending.
Is it depending upon what pickups we have?
Yes.
Okay, I think we're good. Okay. Yeah, that's... Yeah.
Now that one, I would rather play Home Improvement over.
I am gonna stay right here right now. Oh, let's see. I'm probably...
This or Atlantis?
I'd probably rather play Atlantis no Nazo. And I'd rather play Supernova and Centipede. And probably The Adventures of Robbie Roto. Dirty Pair, that's a... Dirty Pair is also a really shitty game, but it's...
You seem to have more fun with this than Dirty Pair.
I actually probably would have more fun with Dirty Pair. Because that,
Really?
that has jank hitboxes, but also that... You know what, now that I think about it?
I mean, you were constantly making forward progress in this.
That is true. This also doesn't have really confusing maze sections.
Yeah, I mean, that's I think would be the big bump.
But, yeah, I think above Dirty Pair.
I mean, this game may be jank, but at least it freaking ends.
That is true. I mean, Dirty Pair also ends, but...
Well, you don't spend several hours lost in a maze.
That is true. Oop. Six. S. Action. Money. Masochist. Let's see, what do we hate and dislike about this game?
The music.
Yeah, the music for sure.
It wasn't good, and they have one.
Uh-huh.
So we hate that.
I'm gonna say gameplay is probably hate.
Okay.
Oh, also one thing, note, nope, content. Sensitivity. I also don't think it looks good.
Yeah, no, it looks pretty bad. It's hard to tell. One thing that always got me, like, with that very first enemy is that on a smaller TV, it would blend directly in with the background.
Ooh, yeah.
That's a good point. Okay, I think that's probably good for that. Alright, so this next game we're taking a look at is more one that I don't think this game... It probably came out over here, but it wasn't one that kind of made a big splash. But apparently this game is incredibly popular in Europe. Come on. Okay. And that. And that. Okay. So, this game. So this game originally came out on like the Amiga and Atari ST and like some of those kind of computers. The version that I'm going to be playing is a kind of freeware clone, but I'm pretty sure it is just the same game. Because that was easier to set up than an Amiga. So that is why I'm playing that version. Also, it's built in the RetroArch, which is kind of nice for my sake. So yes, let's take a look at this game. So this is Rick Dangerous.
Yes.
Developed by Core Design and... Thank you for the follow. By Core Design and Firebird Studio. Let's go ahead and start.
Yes. The precursor to Tomb Raider.
Yep. Bits of a bunch of wild... This... Sure.
Well, that's a start.
Yep. Okay, so... this game is in the vein of... Oh, hey, why didn't you see that thing that just came out of nowhere? Also, we can crawl... I think, is it... Okay, so it's you hold the button and then you hit up in order to do that. So also, if we were to jump high enough, that little face thing will shoot spikes at us. Oh. Okay. I don't think there is music in this version. Also, don't pick that one or else you get stabbed. Or do that. Oh wow, I'm surprised that those spikes didn't kill me.
Yeah, and looking it up, it looks like there was no music in the original Amiga version either.
Yep. Yeah, this game doesn't seem very good.
No.
Oh.
So what platform is this for?
This particular release is built into RetroArch.
Built into RetroArch.
Yep.
That's weird. I'm not sure what that means.
Well, RetroArch has a whole bunch of cores that are different emulators.
Okay.
One of the cores is a Rick Dangerous core.
Huh. It's like it's an arcade game.
Kinda.
Yes, and let me actually found the Commodore 64 cover for it, which is definitely what this game is.
Excuse me for not being clairvoyant enough to see that that was going to happen. I thought I had distance. I apparently did not. Okay, so I guess we have to go down this path. Oh. Oh no, I just have to, like, make sure that I time it so that I don't land on the dude. Okay, this looks like a new screen. Oh! Also looks like I have infinite, like, ammo. For some reason. This looks... Oh, okay, so that's just that. Okay. Immediately hold it. Okay. What to expect when I fall down this platform?
A bunch of spikes and maybe a few guys.
Okay, I'm surprised there was.
Just as a note, I would like to say, going through the Wikipedia for this, game developer David Cage considers Rick Dangerous to be his favorite game. Use that information as you will.
Can't see over my face with my hand right now. Wow. Okay, let me see this Converse 64 color. Well, I need to get this on the screen right. What is... Oh, I thought that was something else. Okay, let me quick download this and then put it on the screen.
I would say this cover, like many covers of its day, is much better than the game itself.
I'd agree. There's your cover.
Oh, that's amazing. Neat stuff.
Okay, let's just do this and this. Okay, so...
I think, again, you don't really even want to leave the screen.
Oh no, I'm not. I actually need to bump it to the better spot. Due to the straight up maliciousness of that, I actually think that it may... I am debating... Okay. Here's the thing, Gaucho ran poorly, but that's just because it's that era PC game. That game wasn't built to be an asshole. I'm debating about whether or not I put it above or below Super Mario Bros. Special.
Oh, was that the weird flip
Yes.
one?
That one is a tough call, because honestly, Super Mario Bros. Special barely runs. Like, it barely exists.
So, which is worse, jank or malice?
I would say Malice.
Rick Dangerous looks like the poster child of fake difficulty.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is able to be completed, but at what cost?
Well, yeah, I mean, you could sit there and memorize when everything bad's going to happen, but is that a game?
I mean, you could do that to Mario Brothers Special, too.
Yeah, but Mario Brothers Special, like you weren't complaining about lack of clairvoyance that much.
No. That just was controlled weird.
Right. So that's why I said, like, you know, which is worse? The fact that Rick Dangerous controls well but is a bastard, or Super Mario just not being programmed very well?
I think I need to put Rick Dangerous at the bottom of this list.
All right.
Fair enough.
I do believe the David Cage quote. I think he probably just name drops this game for some kind of weird gamer cred.
That's why it gets at the bottom of the list. I mean, this also is like the one of the post charts for Adventure Ho. This is Again, masochist. I'm just gonna say hate everything. Because I didn't
don't
like.
hate the music.
I mean, there was no music.
I know, it's like, don't hate it.
Okay, so let's just put that there. Also, I'm just gonna go ahead and just put one of these there, because I bet you it'd probably get worse. Bubsy's at least playable, though. That's the thing. That game just sucks.
PUBG's just a terrible game, yeah.
Yeah. Alright. Okay, so that is Rick Dangerous. So now let's move on to a category of more interesting games. It is an annoying meme game. That is true. Let's see. Okay, so the next two games we're taking a look at are interesting because they are actually they are NES games that were made in 2018 and 2019, respectively. So this first one's been, I think this one's been around for a while, or at least like there's been talk about it. And it's kind of an interesting game. I don't really know a whole lot about it, but I definitely kind of heard talk of it because it's just, you know, when people make new NES games, still kind of interesting. Also, you can get this on Steam. Like, you can, like, the version of this I am playing is just straight up an NES ROM that you get when you buy the game on Steam. So, this is Lizard.
Wow, you put Lizard in this category?
Yep. I mean, it kind of technically fits because it is, you definitely just die instantly. Although this one's more of not so much of a like flip screen. This is actually more of an exploration kind of game.
Yeah, it's exploration. I backed this. The developer blog is amazing.
That's by Brad Smith. Here are your controls. Oh, okay.
Like, he goes into all the tech that he used to make the game and everything.
Huh. Let's see.
So,
Lizard thing.
Huh.
Oh, that's interesting. Hey, hold down and do that. Okay, well, let's go and start.
Yeah, if you like retro games, you should definitely check out the dev blog for this.
Okay, let's see. Oh.
No, try to jump over the panda.
I'm trying to... sure, let's go over there.
It's possible.
Yep.
You did it!
Yeah!
I love how casually he just punches the air. Just does not care. Yeah, but notice you're not a lizard. You're a guy in a lizard suit.
Oh, we'll definitely see that. It's built to...
Benzene, thinner, oral...
Lizard is built to precise specifications.
Do not. I don't know. It's a weird game. Because each lizard suit has a different power. I think you're in the suit right now that can read.
Yep. We are in the... By lizard, it's lizard of knowledge.
Good lizard to beat.
Oop. Well, let's we can do it this way. But there we have a save point. Can it go between save points? Yeah, that's not very helpful.
Yeah, I don't think you can.
Yeah, and actually, if I think down here, yeah. So there's a lizard thing there, and then you just crawl into it like that.
That was an animation.
Yeah.
Also, my lizard is a lizard of bounce.
Yeah, the devlog is fascinating because these aren't lizards; these are suits.
Oop. There we go. Keep on thinking that those things to the side are going to be doors, but they're not. Also, I'm kind of sad that when you bounce, you don't bounce like 2 screens up when you bounce from a high distance. Because let's say... Okay, let's... Oh, damn it. Come on. Damn it, damn it. Whoop. Oh, that's a deadly frog. Cat or a raccoon? What the? Okay, let's not deal with that thing. Okay, come on. Just want to do that. Huh. I could scream. Huh. Up, come on. Up. Hold down. I haven't really gotten any use out of the bounds. Oh, the penguin also, I guess, is kind of friendly. That is definitely not. Oh, there we go. No, it killed. I die if I bounce off those things. Let's see a layer stove.
Yeah, it's a pretty funky game.
Oh, come on.
This is stupid.
Oops. Oops. Okay, that just takes us here. Oh, jeez.
Yeah, I think you need a specific,
Yeah,
lizard.
lizard for that one.
See, the annoying part about the game is instead of getting power-ups that will unlock new areas, like maybe some sort of Metroidvania or something, you have to keep switching suits.
Seems like I'm stuck in this area. Thank you for the follow.
You can't jump over that? I thought you were the bounce lizard.
I am, but I don't have enough height. Oh, there we go. Oh, it's a wizard.
It's the evil wizard. And now an evil penguin.
Oh, I think we've been here, though. Go the other direction.
It's like a squid-headed guy, like a mind flayer.
Well, technically this game once. No, but that's just that. It is, and I don't know... Okay, that just leads me right here. Let's go over here. I think maybe we went into a bad area. Because it's like... Let's see, if I go over to maybe the left? Do that. This looks like something. Okay. Oh. Okay, that doesn't do anything. Oh, there we go. Oh, nope, not that. Right. Oh, God damn it. Oh. Oh. Okay.
Yay!
Uh. Okay. I didn't.
You won!
Probably. Okay, let's start to continue. Okay, let's go in a different direction. Also, I like the fact that you can go to the screen that has the title screen. Oh, come on. Let's see. Let's try this. This seems interesting. Oh, that's... Remove their other skins and... Huh. Come on. There we go. Okay, okay, so that just leaves us there. Okay, that just leads us there. Oh, let's try this. We got a new skin. Oh, this is Lizard of Heat.
I'm gonna take a bath in lava, I guess.
Nope.
Oh. So what do? Breathe fire? I guess you just breathe fire.
Except I can't do anything there. I wonder if I have to... Nope, okay, that just doesn't seem like it's possible. Okay, so if I do... Yeah, it seems like it probably is another way room. What the hell's the point of heat if it doesn't, like... Like, what is the point?
Did we see some stuff in Frozen in Ice somewhere?
Yeah, there was a... Yeah, now that I think about it, I think there was like a block or something that had a coin in it.
Yeah, that's what I thought. I mean, I played this game, but I haven't gotten very far. I confess, I mostly got it because the devlog is fascinating.
I mean, there's nothing wrong with just supporting a developer. Okay, you know what? I think it is probably time to move on to our next game. Okay, so let's put that in the delve category for now. Where we put the Metroidvanias, which I think is technically the closest to. Let's see. Like, I like what the game's going for, but that game has a massive problem of where the hell am I going?
It really does. He is very non-apologetic about that.
Yeah. Huh. Alright, well... If that... I still think I'd like it, though. Like, if I would, like... Oh, if I'm trying to think. I would still probably put it... I would still probably put this above, like, say, The Binding of Isaac.
Wow, bold words.
I mean, yes. So yeah, I think in between Nightmare or Maze Gallius and Isaac, probably a good spot for it.
I mean, it is more of the kind of game I think that you enjoy.
Also, I don't like Isaac.
You don't like Isaac.
Okay. This one, 63. Came out in 2018 by Brad Smith. It's an NES game. And for lack of a better word, it is a Metroidvania.
I'm not sure if there's a word for an Explorathon.
Yeah, it's not... I was Awakening. Why? I think I've heard of that. But I've never played it. Let's call that cute for now.
It is aggressively cute.
Let me check. That's actually, I'm gonna look that up so that I can see. So yeah, let me just do this. Oh yeah, so you can get this game for $10 on Steam. Oh, that's not it. Steam, if you have a thing that says copy, I expect you to, copy. There. So yeah, there is where you can get the game on Steam. Also, apparently there's a DOS version, too. And you can get... Oh, I could have gotten the soundtrack for free. Or, I could have downloaded the soundtrack. But anyway. Okay. So, there's that. I'm gonna still call it balanced, because it's a lot... quite as dickish, even though it seems like it's kind of in that vein of one hit and you're dead. What did we like / dislike about that game?
We didn't like the fact that you die in one hit.
Well, I would say that combined with the fact that it seemed like checkpoints were really sparse is kind of more the damning thing about it.
The checkpoints are sparse, and alright, so once again, I backed the game, so I was excited about it, about the dev blog, but graphically, there are other better-looking NES games than this.
Oh, yes.
The graphics are pretty sparse. There's a lot of places to go. As you mentioned, the checkpoints are far apart, and there's also a lot of obscure puzzles that are either text mashed together or substitution ciphers that I don't think are like... I wouldn't kind of put those under genuine play. It's more like... I want to say the game's kind of twee, where it's more clever than it needs to be.
Yeah, I can definitely see that.
I guess the word I would say is, it looks like he had a lot of fun making this, but that doesn't necessarily mean it's a lot of fun to play.
Yeah, I can definitely see that.
I'm not sure what you would call that.
I would... I don't know what I'd call that. I would just say for dislike, I'm thinking maybe... I'm gonna put this down for what the hell's going on, just because the fact of, like, I don't know what's going on half the time. And it's just very easy to get lost. Like, and I would say the controls are tight enough. That's not a huge issue. But still.
I mean, you were able to jump over the pandas. I have trouble doing that.
Yeah. I think that's probably just put that down for that. Yeah, the controls and sound are pretty solid. I think that's probably what I think I'd probably just put that for that. So, that's probably good for that. So yes, that was Lizard. However, that is not the only recently released NES game. And this one is actually interesting because I actually had a chance to play this game before it came out because they actually had a booth at MagFest, and I was actually able to play the game there. I almost bought a copy there, but they were charging a bit more than I had bought already a lot of stuff at the convention, and I felt bad that I couldn't buy this. This is actually kind of interesting, and you can in fact buy this now on Steam as well, because this game's actually kind of interesting. So this, what's up? And close it up because it is going to crash, I can already tell. Here. This. This is Micro Mages. It is a game by
this
is a game by Morphcat Studios, is what they call themselves. And this came up this year.
Yeah, shouldn't you have gotten a bunch of people together to play this?
It should have, but that's complicated to set up.
Yeah, it's up to 4.
Yeah, it's 4 players on a single console, but I mean, you can show enough with this. Might have to go back. But yes. So basically, you are one of 4 mages. That is us, that little purple dude. What's interesting about this game is that this is actually this is the actual cartridge to run this on is actually really interesting because it is a 40K cartridge.
Yes.
Which is, I think, the largest actual cartridge game.
Of period, yeah. And they still cut a lot of corners.
Yeah. Oop, come on. Oop.
Like, we were just talking about Spelunky earlier. Like, you may notice that the dungeon itself is broken up into larger tiles. So if you look, you can see patterns that repeat themselves. Also, they wanted to stay true to the hardware limitations, so they have aggressively made it. The reason why everyone's so tiny is because they want to avoid sprite flicker, since you only have 8 sprites per scan line.
Yep. Well, I mean, is it really like wanting to keep true to the limitations when you make it on an actual cartridge?
Yeah.
Because this isn't NES-ROM, and they have made cartridges of this.
This isn't NES-ROM, yeah. So you're right. Sorry, I keep forgetting that. But I mean, like, they wanted to avoid flicker. Is what that's I guess what I meant.
Yeah, I'm actually kind of curious. That off real quick. I wonder what that does look like.
Yeah, they also had a nice dev blog.
You know what? Now that no, I don't think it's that. Because I have a copy of Smash TV that I got by one of the booths there. Just had that for testing, and they didn't want it anymore, I guess. So they're like, and I was just walking around. I was like, "Hey, you want the Smash TV cartridge?" I'm like, "Sure." And I'm like, "Okay, I guess I have Smash TV on the NES now." Whoops.
Wow. That's a game.
Yes, and the exact platform that I want to play Smash TV on.
I'm curious what that looks like. I've seen Gauntlet for the NES, and it was not pretty.
I wonder if it... I wonder if that has the control scheme where you can just use two NES controllers. 'Cause I know the SNES version does.
You can find out.
Which way I want to go over there?
I imagine this is a lot more fun, a lot more crazy with multiple people.
It's still actually pretty fun, but yeah, it probably is. Because if I remember correctly, if you play with 4, like, multiple people and one person dies, they just come back as a ghost. Like, Spelunker.
It's one-hit kill, right?
Yes. That is why it's in today's episode.
Yeah, in their dev blog, they mentioned they originally wanted to make everybody bigger, and then they said this is not going to work.
No, actually, I think the 4-player is just this.
Yeah, the 4-player is just this, but with like 4 of these dudes instead of
Oops.
1. Because they also have the other problem is you can only have so many palettes. Because it's NES, and
there
like
we
4
go.
color palettes with a sprite, so they had to figure out how to split that up.
So the power-up we just got is like a bird that sits on our head. If we hit jump again. Oop, keep on forgetting.
Yeah, so they stored all the backgrounds as larger sections that repeat in smaller sections so they could save memory. But they also built in a New Game Plus, so if you do finish the whole game, the levels, they have more bad guys and more traps.
Yep, I remember seeing that.
Yeah, so it's pretty clever.
Also...
The boss checkpoint?
Yep.
Yeah!
Oh, also one other thing you can do is you can hold it down and you can get a charge shot. Oh, want to get underneath because he's about to... That. He also always breaks down. I don't know what's more effective, just rapid fire or just charge shot. Oop.
Hey! Wait,
Go.
did you win?
Yep.
You did, okay.
Yeah, I won the great boss. Oh, right. Also, the mechanic here is fun, where you just kind of go like that. Also, I guess those things are supposed to be goblins?
They're 8x8 pixel blobs.
Yes, but... Also... Oop, actually... That... I want what's in that chest. Oh, it's just another feather. Okay. Yeah, that's neat. Yeah, I'd imagine that even... It was... Like, if they were doing an actual cartridge of this, like, I'd imagine that putting backup save would even be more complicated with the size of the cartridge. I mean, not... I was gonna say, it was enough that they were working with such a huge cartridge that adding backup RAM would have been complicated.
Yeah, it's not really that necessary either, because it's just several gauntlets.
Yep. And it's a 4... It's not even like a 4-character, it's 4 number... Well, it is 4 characters, but it's numbers, so...
Yeah, it's probably
that's not
just...
the end of the world.
Right. And you don't have to worry about battery backups and all that kind of crap. Plus, you can cheat by downloading lists off the internet.
Yep. Okay, it's just that. I want to see if maybe for some reason there's like a power-up I missed. Or that I somehow don't have. Oh, damn it. This? Okay, good. Alright, let's see what this boss is. Oh, jeez. I can just do this. Oh. Oh. And I take it that water is gonna kill me. Oop. Oh, I see. I don't see the holes that are in the ground. Also, I see that we have a beer.
This game is adorable.
Yeah, it's pretty. I really like what they're going for. It plays incredibly, like, it is very snappy.
It looks really nice. This would be a lot of fun to play with multiple people. You're stupid little bird.
It's a good bird. Like, and also the sprite work in this game is really good.
Yep. I mean, they're playing with almost no detail and no palette, and they managed to squeeze a lot out of it.
Yeah, just how much they can get by with just that 8x8 is, like, fascinating. Because they're still very expressive, too, which is what the thing that more fascinates me.
Yeah, I think they would have had trouble if they had tried to do this on a CRT.
Yeah, there was something I think I remember seeing that the game actually doesn't look... Like, if you actually try and run this on a CRT, that it's kind of a mess.
Yeah. I mean, that's the reason why a lot of games didn't use graphics this tiny, so...
Like, there was something about, like, the font work in particular, or maybe it's a different game that...
Yeah, I think the fonts seem fine. Well, first of all, there's a problem with the NES where the unit that draws the graphics tends to drop pixels. Like, you can see in some of your emulator options, they'll emulate that. So, like, when you're playing Castlevania, you'll see the background gets weird.
Oh. I thought for a second that this was a wraparound game.
Oh, it's not? Alright.
Because it looked like it was, but it's not. Like, some of the areas are built like, oh, there's a gap here where I could probably wrap around. Alright, let's see what this boss is. Okay, this Ghouls and Ghost final boss.
Oh, I was gonna say, you're coming for Shovel Knight's ass. How clever! None of the swords are on the same horizontal axis.
There we go.
What kind of wimpy boss stops fighting just because you destroy his head?
Well, is a Doulahan's, like, body or, like, or consciousness contained in its head or its body?
That's a good question. I would assume the head.
Yeah, destroy the head.
The head around.
Destroys the head, and then nothing there to tell him what to do.
If he wasn't whipping you with his spine, he was just... Oh. Well, but to answer that, he was not the final boss. We are now in the purple part of the castle. The devils crack me up.
Yeah, the little... I think they're supposed to be... Oh. I was thinking they were supposed to be, like, minotaurs.
They're red, and they have pitchforks. They're devils.
Yep, and they have tails, too. That's... Oh, I can't shoot down. Okay.
It's an evil goat. Stupid soap goat.
Also, I love the games in which if you fall a certain distance, you just bounce. Like that and like Legacy of the Wizard. I think that does it. This is giving last level vibes.
Yeah, 4 levels, 4 worlds with 4 levels sounds about right.
I thought I remember seeing, though, that it was 8 levels, though.
8 makes sense, too. They're both binary numbers.
Yep, also it's the number that Super Mario Bros. Had.
I guess we'll see.
God, I just love how good this game just feels.
Well, that's good. And I do the Micro Mage bookie. Ah, now you know it's a late stage NES game. We've
The
covered
Lost Skulls.
Ah, yes, that pillowy pallet skull.
What the? Oh.
They did a really good job of hiding the blockiness of the palette, unless they're using a mode that somehow gets around that.
No, I don't think I think, well, I don't think I'm using, like, any special thing.
Yeah. I guess they're just supposed to be really good at hiding it.
That could be. Oh. Oh.
Oh my god, Space Invaders.
I see what we did there.
It is literally Space Invaders. That is awesome. Unfortunately, you have limited range, right?
Yes. Now, okay. Well, I can do a charge shot.
Oh, they seem to be exploding when they hit the bottom, though. Okay, that was hilarious.
Okay, this says a 4-4.
Yep.
Oh, I think no, not quite. As I say,
Bubble Goat.
I thought they were gonna make me do all the levels in reverse, but I don't think this is exactly how that went.
Yeah, I know there's a second loop. Because they talked about how, like, you think that's a lot of memory, but you use it up very quickly.
Yeah, it's a they mentioned that as a bullet point in the thing that there is a second loop. Also, that was not a whole lot of time between checkpoints.
Well, if it was a four-player game.
Oop, I lost my... Oop. Did we destroy the Illuminati?
Finally.
I don't think we did. This room is a time. Oh, you. Yep.
Yep. So 4 levels, 4 stages, and then there's a. Well, we should see the new loot at least. The first
Yeah. Let's
level.
see. Ah, it's 1-1 skull.
Skull mode. Yep. See, that acid pit's new, and so are the.
Yeah. So are the things.
The cutters. Yeah. So yeah, so you and I have both seen the devlog where they aggressively talk about all the things they had to do.
I don't think I've actually seen that.
Oh, okay. Well,
I'd imagine
check out the
go look at that dev blog.
Yeah.
Okay. Anyway, yeah, I think that's good enough for now, and maybe I'll attempt the second quest with more people.
This would definitely be a great time challenge. I imagine this is a lot of people screaming.
Yes. All right, so let's bring up this. Well, thankfully for this one, oh, not that. Let me bring up the actual thing. This goes in the attack list. So, I actually really enjoy that game. Like, that game is really good. Bit up to, let's see. Let's see. Trying to find a good comparison point. How about... Let's see. How about... How about Jackal on the NES?
What?
But Jackal on the
Jackal.
NES.
Okay, my bad.
I would probably actually rather play this than Jackal.
Okay. What was Giga Wing again?
Giga Wing's it's the shmup that has the pinball scoring thing. It's a Capcom.
Okay.
Let's see. Sure, that's a tough one. I could actually probably put this above Sonic CD.
Yeah, it's pretty nice.
Okay. I'm just trying to look for a hard ceiling, and I would probably definitely say it's Mappy. I would not put this above Mappy.
Okay. I think that's workable.
But I think... Thinking maybe... I'm thinking maybe right above Umihara Kawase?
Yeah, I don't remember which one that one was.
That's the fishing, the girl with the fishing hook, the weird platforming.
Oh, that weird one. Yeah, okay. I don't know, it's your call. I would probably rate this much higher because I'm biased towards this sort of game.
You're thinking much higher?
That's what I would do.
Well, let me see what we got up here.
Let's see. Wow, Cosmo Gang, Shock Trooper, Sexy Parodius.
We're getting into a bunch of really good games.
I know. Well, but that's me.
Yeah,
I would probably rate this probably under Sexy Parodius. Is probably where I would.
Right here. Let's see what we got here. We got Sonic 2 in this. We got the original Contra. Got Operation C. We got basically all the good Contras that we've done so far.
Yeah.
The arcade version of Bosconian.
But I mean, like that's me. I could see going lower too. Like I could see if you'd want to play Mappy instead.
Yeah, because if I go from like here, because really I could actually probably see this above Mappy. I mean, because we got Jamestown a bit above here. I think I'd want to see this above Jamestown, and I could see this above. Like, if If I were to say... Because actually Contra is probably a good comparison. I bet you I could probably have more fun with this than Contra now. And I'd say that this is actually much easier to get into than Contra. I mean, you could bounce in micro... you could also bounce in micro mages. There's trampolines. There's only like in one level. Actually, how about in between Bosconian and Contra?
Sounds good.
Good height placement. Puts it pretty good into the purple, or in the indigo, technically. Uses a rainbow scale. Yeah. Go. Oop, don't fall off the table. This is Micro Mages. This came out in 2019. Morphcat Games. Yes. Action game. It is... Let's call that cute.
It is cute.
Let's call that... It's actually pretty balanced for that kind of game. Like, it wasn't as hard as it could be, although... I'm sure they probably ramp it up a lot in... the second loop. So...
Right, which they should.
Yeah. Alright, so... Let's see, with... oh, right. Let's see, what do we got liked slash just... I really like the graphics.
Yeah, see, like, as much as I liked Lizard, for example, Lizard was only on the one plane, whereas that one had both foreground graphics and background graphics, and somehow managed to make them all look different, immediate, and distinct, even with that limited palette. It really looks amazing.
Yeah, it just... The expressions are just so... cute. They're very expressive, which is fascinating and a thing when you're dealing with almost nothing. I would also say... Actually, if anything... Love Charm.
Yeah. Really, I would love to see another stream where you get a bunch of people together.
And also, I just want to put this there because I feel that is worth calling out. I have not used this very much. I'm putting a heart there for dedication. Because they really put their all into that, which I very much appreciate. I can't really think of anything I dislike.
No, it's really good. That's why it's top tier.
Yes. Also, let me go ahead and do this for the people watching. If you are someone who prefers get their stuff through Steam, if you get this game, actually, if you get, I think I mentioned it during when we did Lizard, but if you go and get this through Steam, you can in fact get a ROM of this, which is how I did this. So go and support them. It is a really good game. Also, if you don't want to deal with an emulator, they just have executable. They can just play it through that way. So you don't have to deal with an NES emulator. I believe also if you go to their website, you can in fact buy a cartridge of this, but I think they're on back order, and I think it's like $40. So, yeah. And I'm sure they'll put this on sale. So yes, I highly recommend getting that game. Alright, so here's the thing. My next game that I was going to do is Tower of Heaven, and I know that was one that Torpo wanted to see, but he is not here. So I am actually going to move on to the game after that, and see if he gets back or gets here by the time that we do that. Also, it means I don't end with that. Don't end with this, because this is going to be a great thing. Okay, so this game that we're dealing with. So this game actually came out originally as a Flash game. It was I believe the name of it was Abin Hawkins in the 1000 Spikes. But they decide, yeah, that's the reason that the way that I first heard of Tower of Heaven was through a Rhapsody. The thing is that the Let's Player was being needlessly obnoxious, which is not great because it kind of ruined the game, because that game's actually pretty interesting. But yes. Oh, NES. This is actually not it. Hold on. That's not an NES game. It looks like an NES game, but it's not an NES game. So yeah, this originally came out as Abin Hawkins' 1000 Spikes. Enter Nicholas, who made a full-fledged PC port, or I guess PC and console port, called 1001 Spikes. Especially as of recently, Nicholas has not been in the greatest limelight, and I think I especially mentioned that during when we did Cave Story. Namely, their head is not a very good person, and I believe they did actually do some work on this. But it was Epic Fanatics, I believe, is the actual company that actually made the game. Go ahead and start this up. Also, apologies if it's too loud. I think I set the volume, but... Oop. So yes. Abin Hawkins in the 1001 Spikes. The Temple of the Dead mourns the living, I guess, is the subtitle of this. Also, am I going to need to... My headset and my controller cords are getting tied together. Let's see. This came out in 2000. I don't know why there's an 85 copyright, because this originally came out in 2014. But yes. Let's go and start. Also, we're going to delete this file. Okay, so let's start. And right now, we really only have 1001 Spikes to do. I forgot exactly what that arcade mode is, but let's just start this.
All right.
So, here is our little title screen. That is Abin Hawkins. He kind of looks like Lameza, but he's not Lameza. So. So, this is one of these kind of games in which you have a jump and you have a kind of shoot. Oh, here. So here's the thing about this game, is that you have both a jump button and a high jump button. So you have exact precision about what height you want to jump, and there are times in which you really want to jump one or the other. Okay. So the goal of each level is to get the key. And when you get the key, you can go into the exit.
Story checks out.
Yep. Also, if you notice in the top left, we have 1001 lives. Technically, you can run out. And if it does that, I don't think it actually does anything. Like, I remember seeing something... Oh! Yes. The Golden Skulls, basically that is your bonus objective.
So you have to get the key, but you could get the skull.
Yes. Okay. Alright. Also, I should actually mention the music of this game, because it's one of the fascinating things that now that I'm seeing, like, now that more people are playing these kind of games, or making these kind of games, that the person who made the music for this game is just credited as RushJet1. I forgot exactly what his actual name is. But, yeah, he's actually a really good composer, and he actually, these statues are dicks. And you can shoot the darts out, which can help you at some points. So he actually has a whole bunch of really good Mega Man remixes on his YouTube channel. He has also recently worked on a game that came out that's actually another one of these kind of retro-style games. It's actually a C64 one. It's a game called Ricky and Vicky. That, yeah. I almost could have done that in this, because that's also a really hard game. Also, I really love/hate the fact that they, I like the idea that they're doing for when you get the key, the music changes to be more tense. But the problem is that it makes it more tense. Okay, so that's
called immersion.
So that statue at the bottom isn't going to shoot anything because it looks broken, but that one above it is. Yes, don't let your guard down is basically the motto of this game. So that one's going to shoot, and then here. There we go. Okay. Also, those things take 3 hits to kill. I think actually if you shoot them, that they will actually just fall off whatever platform they're on. Yes, they will. Okay. Also... Okay, good. My Steam notifications aren't showing up on Steam or screen anymore. Okay, which one of these is gonna... Okay, that's gonna turn into a spikes, aren't they? Yep! Okay. Is that one going to... Whoops! Yep.
You are dead.
Now is the point where we're going to see that screen a lot. Like, me being an idiot like that. There's also a mechanic where if you get really close to an enemy, that you can knife them. So, I think I can get... I'm gonna be an idiot and try and... I think if I do... Nope, nope, nope.
You can't wall jump, right?
Nope.
Hey, you got the 1-up.
Yeah, that is true. You get the thing and you get a 1-up.
So some of them are timed, and some of them are triggered by proximity.
Yep, nope. So I think that's the general gist of how you're supposed to get that thing. Yeah, so the thing about Ricky Vicky is that it's a neat game. It gets to be a massive asshole.
Oh yeah, that's the one that fascinates me for being a 7800 game.
Nope.
Because that could not have been easy to code.
I mean, Torpo has said that I should do that too. Or he's brought it up that I should rank that. And I told him, if you make me rank that, I'm going to make you play that with me.
It is 2-player.
Okay, let's try this again.
No, I'm always like things I would do if I have infinite time. I would love to see a shmup on the 7800.
There we go. Okay, here we go.
Because the 7800 has almost unlimited sprites. It would be perfect for a bullet hell.
Okay. How is this going to be an asshole? Okay, so I think if I go get on top of here, do here, jump,
Do the tiny jump?
jump here, do this, and then this. Welcome to this game.
That's the first. What's it? Kate?
Kaizo.
Kaizo, my bad. That's the first Kaizo I've seen tonight.
Getting that stupid skull. Except, nope, I'm not. I'm at least I'm getting the skull, but that's... Delve this. Okay. Okay, so there's spikes in that thing up there. There we go. Okay. Also, so I remember this little bit of dialogue because it pissed me off the first time I saw it. Y'all to talk about a time with no checkpoints.
Well, you missed the second one.
Yep. He said the harder the journey, the greater the joy of success. No checkpoints here. We have beaten the first stage.
I'm so proud of you.
Yeah, we were just talking about, because the same person who did the music in this did the music for Ricky and Vicky.
Huh. Fuck that game.
Yeah, does Ricky and Vicky use the native hardware, or does it use one of the audio enhancers?
I believe it is... I believe it enhances.
I would figure, yeah, because the 7800 is notorious for crappy audio.
And look, I'm sure this guy's a great explorer, but he's no Lameza.
No, he's not.
Yeah, you dumb piece of shit. Yeah, fuck you, Dad.
Aww.
Okay, here we go. God damn it.
Good old massacre platforming.
Okay, nope. Okay, so that one's not gonna... Okay, is it this one? Nope. Oops, the one above it. Yep. Oh, nope. Okay. Nope. It's right there. Oh, Jesus. Okay.
I don't know what you expected.
Okay.
You lucky sack of shit.
Okay. Remember correctly, this one's gonna fall. Yep. Okay. Oh. There we go.
You did it! Yay! Clap, 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 clap.
Okay. Oh, nope. Right.
So what does the golden skull do?
It's the bonus item. You always get a 1-up from doing it. Or from getting it. Which one of these is gonna have spikes? Oh, nope, it's gonna jump.
So you get a lot of background noise from Rhapsody.
Yeah, I thought I had that turned down, but I guess you guys are picking it up. Sorry about that.
It's all good.
Nope.
Haha, fuckface!
Huh, I didn't realize that could happen. spike. Okay, where's the hidden spike thing gonna be? Okay. There. Okay. That. Okay. Okay, so that's going to cause the scorpions to fall. I believe one of these is going to... Here. It's going to have spikes. Okay. There we go.
Okay.
Okay. Right.
You lucky sack of shit.
I'm really good at...
Fucking half tiling forever.
Okay, so that's gonna shoot.
Yeah, fuck
Right.
you.
Yep. Okay.
Hey, good job.
I am fucking amazed.
If you can't wall jump, how are you supposed to get that skull? Oh, I know.
Because these are gonna fall down.
Those are gonna fall. And you're gonna be a hero.
Nope.
Knew it!
Just barely. Okay. Oh. I appreciate the autosave after every death. God damn it. We go. Oh, whoops. Oh, I think I remember this one.
There's like no visual indicator whatsoever.
There's a very tiny one. Okay.
This game's a real fucker.
It is.
I did it, I cracked the code, I figured it out.
You know what's great about the fact is that they put this game on the 3DS.
This is on a lot of shit.
Yeah, it's just this is not a game that you want a tiny screen for. Okay. That. Nope.
So close, and yet.
So far. Nope. Okay. So close. Actually, not barely halfway there. There we go. Nope. Eh.
Teach me the joys of half-tiling, Lolo.
Nope.
You would have been better just moving forward. You panicked.
Yep. The problem is
Yeah,
that
like
the flamethrower also done. It's also
It
like
lingers.
the timing is really weird.
it lingers really hard. But yeah, I'm personally not big on masocore platformers. They have to be exceptionally good for me to like them. Know what I mean?
Yeah. Okay. I think I see what I need to do. Oop. There's the one. Okay.
I always do like how the music kicks up whenever you get that.
Makes it fantastically stressful though.
That's the point, though.
Oh, I know, but still. Oof. Oh.
So, can you game over?
Theoretically you can, but it's really hard to. I think if you actually lose all your lives, it just, it gives you a game over message, but then it just gives you 3 lives.
Okay. Yeah, shame you can't walk over half tiles.
Yeah. And it's, yeah.
Yeah, there's definitely some jank to this game too.
It's like, It's like the flamethrowers are like have a really weird timing to them.
It's not just
Okay.
that, it's like the tile system in general, because a lot of shit doesn't technically stick to it.
Nope.
Okay, the tiles are mostly just a suggestion more than anything.
Yeah, it is kind of frustrating. Oh, nope. Damn it. Timing of those is really weird too. Outside of just mashing it, which even that seemed to not work 100% of the time. Nope. Okay, that's... Whew. Okay. God damn it!
This is a real fucker.
Nope. Okay, I think I'm gonna give myself 5 more minutes. If I don't beat this stage, then I think we're done. I want to make sure we give enough time for our last game.
Mm-hmm.
But, yep. I think that I would have remembered where the things are at this point. Damn it. Okay, there we go.
You did it finally after all these years. It only took you 47 seconds.
Also...
I love that fuck you skull.
Get that, and you get
A key of beggar.
Key of Beggar, and also 50 up.
Ah, that's what you meant by it's hard to lose them all.
Also, the amount you get escalates with every one you get. Because I want to say it goes like 50, 100, and then... Oh god, these stages suck.
Yeah, this is, hella stressful.
Oh, right. I still have that going on in the background. Yeah, I could turn off Retro Rush.
I do appreciate that bit of grass showing you where you can stop.
Yeah, that's always good. I just want to at least hear the key music. If we even get there. Is that gonna... Nope.
Yeah, see, I don't like the tip showing just
Okay.
because, like, it's not pronounced enough for me personally.
Actually, yeah. I think that's probably good for this. Also, there's a 2-player mode for this.
Huh.
I don't know why you'd play this game 2-player, but you can. Also, yes, there's that. Oh yeah, and you can also just skip levels too. But yes, that is 1001 spikes. Okay. So, I'd say that belongs in the attack category. Let's see. Where do we want to place that? Let's take a look at the green just at the start. Got stuff like, say... You have to play this for the original Bomberman. The original NES Bomberman.
I don't know. I don't know, like, the problem is, like, it's a neat game, but it is of a very specific type, this.
Yeah.
And it's the kind of thing you either love it or you hate it, because Massacre platformers are...
Yes.
I wouldn't quite say niche, but they are of a type.
I think I definitely would... I think actually my ceiling would probably be Rolling Thunder.
I would personally rather play the NES Bomberman, but...
Yeah, that is the NES Bomberman. So,
Yeah.
let's go down. How about...
I was thinking, like, right beneath the NES Bomberman would have been fine by me.
So right above Mario Brothers?
Okay, maybe beneath Mario Bros, but above Burger Time, personally.
Okay, I'm fine with that. Okay. Yeah. 8-Bit Fanatics, I believe is the name of the company. Action. Very much Adventure Ho. That is very very much expert.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, like/dislike. First off, I actually would almost put the music in love, because the music in this game, game is really good.
Fucking good.
Which, by the way,
I'd put, like, with art, too. I think the art's actually really nice.
Yeah, why don't I actually play some of, like, my personal favorite of that soundtrack? Oh, not that one. This one. Also, this is the key for that key version for that song. Also, stage 4 is great because it's just a giant lava thing. And this is just the default. But this is the key version.
do you think the game ever gets cheesily unfair?
The entire point of the game is
I was
being
to say
cheesy as shit.
the entire it's that one is basically you're trying to. It's the same vein as like I Want to Be the Guy. Is that the cheesiness is the point of the game? Like it turns into a weird action puzzle game.
Yeah, they said like it's a massacre platformer. That's what they fucking do.
Right. So I guess we would not put that under the dislike.
Yeah, because that is the entire point.
Because it's the yeah.
Did you think the controls were responsive enough?
I mean, I like the idea that there is two dedicated jump buttons.
So it's one of those cases of they're as good as they need to be.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think this is probably what I'd put for it.
Yeah.
Alright. So yes, that is 1001 spikes.
I think you misspelled phonetics.
What?
Fantantics.
Oh yes, I see that now. Okay.
Fantatics.
Okay. So now let's move on to our last game. So as I mentioned earlier, the first time I actually saw this was through a Retro Prey of the guy who was playing it being incredibly obnoxious.
That is unfortunate.
That's unfortunate because this game, from what I've seen, is very pleasant, actually, in a weird way.
Yeah. My first introduction was dicking around on Newgrounds.
Yeah.
It was a Flash game I bumbled into.
Yep, because this originally was a Flash game. But there is a EXE because, Flash is dying, which is good.
Mm-hmm.
So let me go ahead and get this loaded up. And it should be... I should have set the volume properly.
Look, I'm not complaining. The music's so fucking good.
It is, but by default, it was like super loud.
Oh, the music is incredible. Flashy goodness.
Yep, let me... I gotta reset this.
Flashy goodness did a really goddamn good job.
Okay, there we go. Okay, so Tower of Heaven, made by ASCII Soft in 2019 or 2009, like 10 years ago.
And their 2019 game is a completely different one.
Yep. So let's start a new game. I was very much going for a Game Boy aesthetic.
A little bit.
Okay. So, it is basically... This is a pure platformer.
Yep.
Okay.
God, this fucking song.
Oh, nope.
Right there, your head just fucking explodes.
Up there, right. Go. Nope.
It's so brutal.
That's the point. Also, if memory serves, there are hidden areas.
Oh, also this fun stuff.
Also, there is text that Lolo is just plowing through.
There. When I add new laws, the old laws will still be in effect. Thou shalt not touch yellow blocks. Like that. Everyone's favorite system from Final Fantasy Tactics Advance.
Like, that window, I think you can go through.
Let's see. Oh, this one. I think this is where I stopped.
Oh no, there's a lot of rules.
I shall not touch blocks or walls from the side. This should be funny.
Did you just get hit by lightning?
Yes.
Yep.
Because I touched a block
Divine
on the
punishment.
side.
One of those I know you can go through. Hey, well. There's hidden shit, but it's not really important, per se.
Right. I remember why I stopped at this room.
This game is great.
Okay. Damn it.
Gotta get a rhythm.
Okay.
So this song I actually had as my ringtone for a while. Hey Chachi, I'll fucking ban your ass.
You crouch? No, you cannot.
Nope, that was just you being impatient.
Oh. Oh, right.
Oh, it's called the Tower of Heaven because it reaches to the heavens. Duh. Did it? You figured out the secret. I appreciate Lolo's growing frustration.
God damn it. My big ass goddamn head.
I think I appreciate that you may die a lot, but the levels themselves are actually mercifully short.
Yes, that is at least one nice thing.
Otherwise, I feel like this formula wouldn't work as well.
No, it would not. Oh. What? Okay, sure.
You went to the left.
Yep. John touch living things. Okay. Okay. No.
You could have made it over, but you panicked.
Yep. Yep. I forgot that it was blinking between the two.
Yep.
Oh no.
Yeah.
There.
So you can't check the rules anymore, motherfucker. You doing all right there, buddy?
As I always forget that there's that one that just starts out.
Yeah, it's a real fucker.
Okay.
Yeah, this one's all about execution. I absolutely love this level just because of that one. You get impatient.
Did I forget that stupid buzzsaw's there every single time I'm gonna die in this level?
So good. How dare you, Magic Food? How dare you?
Hey, remember? Yeah. Nope.
You remembered, but you still got hit.
I forgot. Isn't this the last level in this segment?
I think so. The game is not long. The game's less than an hour. I think last time I played it, it took me like 40 minutes. feel like you're overthinking it.
Wait, that's not grass. Oh, that is grass. Oh, it's a living thing? God damn it.
All living things! Yeah, this is definitely one of the roughest levels. You foot tap the butterfly.
I guess. Oh. Damn it! I hate that don't walk left.
It's so good.
Nope, and I'm not. I don't have enough airtime to do that. Okay.
Yeah, the death animations are really fucking good. It's part of why it's really hard to get mad at this game. It's just so ridiculous. Unless you're Lolo. Lolo gets mad very easy.
God damn it.
Like, people think I'm angry, but it's mostly just show. Lolo is actually angry.
This is more annoyance than anything else.
Cause you keep making the same fuck up.
I know, and then that's just perpetuates it. That is true. Okay. Let's try to think about how to time this. Not like that!
Haha! You fucked up! You forgot you can't go left! I know, there's like these rules you keep track of, and it's like, I figured it out, and then you just get slammed!
You forget the most basic one.
Exactly. Because this hasn't been relevant until then.
touching the side one is such an asshole.
It's a real son of a bitch.
You know, when I first like saw footage of this, I'm like, oh hey, it's just a hard platformer it's just hard. Then you realize that the rules of thing. Nope, not like that. Also, what?
Yeah. I feel like the rules are part of the charm, honestly.
I mean, I can definitely see that. It's also just really infuriating.
Ugh. So I'm gonna be real, it just wouldn't be the same if the controls weren't as tight as they are.
Oh yeah, it's control. I will not fault the controls at all.
You can only blame yourself or God.
I definitely blame God in this case, because he's being an asshole.
It's a real fucker.
I was jumping. Okay. I think I at least have something to try. I think there's a little bit of a delay after you jump up that you can't hit left that is not great. Oh.
God, the tension!
Wait.
You're touching the lip.
Yeah, I'm just trying to... There we go.
Yep.
Okay,
The laws no longer apply.
Oh. Oh, that's dope. Except for that one, apparently.
This game's so good.
Okay. Oh, wait. Oh, okay, it goes all the way down.
Your impatience undid you.
The thing that I'm looking at is the bottom of the avatar area, because it seems like the dithering on this is causing really
Yeah,
good
it's freaking the fuck out! Also, I think you can move to the left just fine.
Yeah, I can.
Yeah, but you're still so paranoid about it, it's great. Like, part of it, he was just unlearning all the shit it just beat into you.
I was gonna say, isn't this like the last area?
Yeah. I told you, it's a super short game.
Nope.
I think the specific title of this track is Luna Ascension.
It is Luna Ascension. I just hate having to wait for that one block every time.
It's deceptive. I love it. Yeah, there are also hidden treasures throughout the tower as you climb it. I don't really remember what their purpose is.
Okay, let's pause for a second. This one block. Yeah, I think I'm gonna get this about 5 more minutes, and then I think we're gonna have to call it.
How dare you? You're pretty close to the end, too.
But actually, now that I think about it, I mean, we're gonna call it this episode. I might continue back on the. We have a drive coming up next week.
I'm gonna be real. It won't take you that long.
Okay, let's see. So it's these spikes right here. Get over fast enough. I just wish there was that there was a checkpoint. Also, speaking of which. This is like the same level of tension that you get when making a Mario Maker course. And you're just trying to upload it.
Okay, there's an extended ending for getting all the secrets. That was it.
Okay. It's that one spike! That one spike is being an asshole.
And on to the next segment.
Okay. Lost. Let's see. So it shall be then, if there so desires to cut its ties in advance, may peace be with thee. Farewell, traveler.
See, I told you didn't have much left.
Oh, yeah. So the traveler makes his way to the monolith, the thin gash amidst clouds, an open seam between heaven and earth that elude the eye of God. Perhaps it had not, perhaps it beckoned from one realm to the other, wedded and ruled as one. But look how clean it splits the horizon twain. Tower of Heaven, Journal of an Unknown Traveler. Barakuni Amano.
$113 deaths. None of the secrets.
Alright.
Yeah, the ending you get for having the hidden treasures is slightly longer,
Oh, okay.
including a little bit of art at the very end.
Okay.
Yeah, that's Tower of Heaven. I think it's a really bad game.
Yeah, it's a pretty neat game. Oh.
Play music from the game.
There. Okay. So, let's see. Let's see. Where do we put put it 1001 specs at 204. Let's go up a little bit.
I would definitely put it over that.
Let's start in the blues. Let's see. Let's see. How
This or Crash Bandicoot?
I would probably play that above Crash Bandicoot.
Yeah, same.
I would not put it above Alex Kidd though.
How dare you? I just want anything above Alex Kidd just to spite Bear.
I would...
So Cubert.
I would probably put it above at least 1944. I think that I'd probably put it above Cladrius Blaze, but right below X Kid. Slash Super Mario World, Brothers World. Because it's definitely going above land, or below land.
That sounds fun to me.
Okay. see that. Let's call that. I mean, technically, it is in dealing with gods and mythology, so I'm gonna call that category.
I was gonna say, what did you classify? What would you classify Ikaruga as?
I believe that is in the realm of the gods. I think, or no, it's not on here because I think, or did we?
That is true.
I'll just call that for now. It is
I
expert.
want to expand the size of the tone.
Come on, there we go. All right. Let's see. Oh, obviously.
Yeah, the music's absolutely incredible.
Yep. We mentioned the graphics look good.
Yeah, I also think it controls pretty well.
Yep.
Otherwise, the game would be infinitely more infuriating.
Yeah.
Like, it's one of those things that it has to control well, or else it's just really unfun.
Yeah.
Yeah, it seems about the right length, too. Like, when it runs out of tricks, it just stops.
Yep.
It just throws them out the window, literally.
Except for don't touch the yellow blocks.
I mean, look, they had... So, in the original Flash version, I'm pretty sure they had a different look, like with skulls on them.
Oh, okay.
Something about the version you were playing may have been an older version?
It probably was.
Because they did update it.
How did they update it?
Back when it was Flash.
Oh.
Because I distinctly remember those blocks looking different.
Huh.
Alright, well, that's it for that, and I think that's enough Mastercore games for today.
Yeah!
Alright, so let us focus instead, not on those games, but the game we're taking a look at tomorrow. So, the game we're taking a look at tomorrow. Well, also, intro stuff, but anyway. So, let me just make sure. Yes. Thank you all for watching. If you're watching this on Twitch, you can go to my YouTube channel, where I try and have these uploaded 24 hours after the stream. Friday's episode will be open probably up tomorrow morning, as will this. There is also, if you're watching this on YouTube, you can follow my Twitch channel by going to twitch.tv/LoadThePuzzle or twitch.ldp.life. These episodes are recorded live Fridays at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, Saturdays at 2:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and Sundays at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. If you want to get updates on the channel, or just me, you can follow my personal Twitter at LoadThePuzzle, and the show's channel at Hazeltown Story. You can also join the Discord server and chat and take part in polls when they're live. You can also go to the Patreon, and you can help with hosting cost at $2 and $5 tiers. So, tomorrow, a Digital Devil story, in which we take a look at Megami Tensei Digital Devil Story, the first game in the ever monolithic Shin Megami Tensei franchise. So that, I'm sure, will be interesting. Oh yeah, that is tomorrow. So that'll do it. I think I saw the Rejects is actually streaming Dicey Dungeons, which is actually a pretty interesting game. So I'm going to actually shoot you towards him, because you don't want to just send it to the same folks every time. Alright, so with that, thank you all for watching, and have a good night.
And just remember, the secret to enlightenment is smashing yourself in the nards with a ball-peen hammer.
Or Kadama Ball, as I've done many times. I've never tried that.
That too.
Alright, have a good night.